Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy, Eureka Fresh, aka Carson, coming at you again from my house. So last video we did an unboxing. We had a lot of really rad stuff come in for this PC build that we're working on to make sure that we have the streaming rig that is capable of bringing you guys the highest quality content out there. So maybe you're at home and you want to build your own PC for gaming. You might as well get something that you can utilize for a lot of different things, and a PC is definitely the best way to do that. So this video here, I just kind of wanted to break down and show you guys the build process of how you put one of these things together. I'm not a professional PC builder by any means. I have built a couple PCs in my past. I've got this one that we've been running on that is not, it's not ready to stream gaming. It's bad. It's really bad. But this one's gonna be really good. So hopefully you guys can learn some pointers along the way where you might be able to find a better deal on this or that, and kind of walk you guys through all of the process of basically what I went through when I was thinking, you know, I need to upgrade this PC that I built a few years ago and really get something that is modern and ready to do all the gaming that we're doing nowadays with high res, 4K, 144 hertz, all of the stuff, everything. And we wanna make sure that this thing is rocking out so we can get you guys that high quality content. And so maybe you're not at home wanting to release a Twitch stream, but maybe after this build, you'll be able to do your own Twitch stream as well. So without further ado, let's get into it and start breaking down what is all going to go inside of this box right here. All right, so now that we've got everything out of the box, everything's ready to get installed onto this main motherboard. By the way, it is me. Hi, what's up? It's me. These are my hands. So we're going to start out with installing the #1 most important part, and that's the CPU over here. You want to be very careful with that. You just pop this little thing up till it's vertical position right here. So when you're handling the CPU, you've got to be very careful with it not to touch the top of it. You don't want any fingerprints on that. It's okay to grab it by its sides, that's fine. Now, one thing to notice is that right down here in this very bottom corner, it's really hard to see, there's a little tiny arrow. And there's also a corresponding arrow down here on the motherboard on the actual socket itself. All you need to do is take the CPU and line up those arrow points and just set it down into there. You'll feel it slot into it and you've got it. Next is you just lock that part down. Nice little click and boom. We're building a computer. This is crazy, right? It's actually not too crazy. Next part is that you're going to want to get some high density thermal compound right here. This is going to be really important, and you don't want a lot. You want a tiny little bit. They say the best size to go with is going to be a grain of rice. So all we need to do is put a little blip, little dollop right there. So the next part is going to be putting the fan unit onto the CPU. Most of these AMD boards are going to have a AMD mounting bracket. That's where these little suckers will pop onto. So you just wanna make sure that you're putting it on the right way. And the right way, I would say, is that this cable is on the top, because your plug-in for your CPU fan is gonna be at the top of your motherboard. You just wanna make sure that there is enough space to fit in the RAM right here. We're gonna lock this little bad boy down on here. It goes something like this, or something. All right, so that was a little bit more difficult than we had initially expected. But next part we're going to go to is getting all these suckers thrown in here. So how that works is that there's a clamping system right here. You just open up both sides of these and you're going to slot it in. Notice that there's a little notch cut out. You're just gonna wanna match that up on the slot right here. And once you have it lined up right, it'll fit in right there. You just push down on both ends until you hear that snap. Boom, both of those clamps will come back up and you're good to go. And then you just repeat that process for as many cards as you have. And boom. Cool. So we've got our CPU installed. We've got our RAM installed. Last piece that we're going to be installing on the actual motherboard itself is going to be the graphics card. You're gonna have PCIe slots right here. You have 1, 2, 3. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're putting it into the correct PCI slot depending on what your motherboard says. Just make sure that you reference your user guide. But I know that we're going to be putting it in to PCIe 1. So we're going to slide this bad boy on just like so. All we have to do is throw this bad boy into this bad boy. All right, we've gotten the motherboard mounted into the case. Where we're at right now is we're gonna be installing the power into the chassis itself. Good thing with this, the RM850 from Corsair, is that it allows you to fully modulate all of it. So that was kind of the allure of getting something like this. All of your cases, if they have LEDs, they'll have extra cabling. So you're gonna have a bunch of these dirty, nasty cables back here. So we're gonna work on getting the power supply mounted into the housing unit, and then basically there is going to be putting in the SSD, and then we're ready to turn this sucker on. So, whew, we're back. We've got all of the parts thrown into the box. Power supply, GPU, motherboard, RAM cards, CPU, and the box. The one thing that we haven't put in there yet is going to be the SSD. And the reason behind that is because this is all the hardware side of the build. This is all that you need to have a running, functioning computer. This is what is going to bridge that gap from the hardware to your software. So if you followed along, hopefully you're at this point and we're ready to power on. I don't know, what do you call that? The maiden voyage? The switch flip, exactly. What it's known by in technical terms from our producer is that it's called the switch flip. So we're going to perform the maiden switch flip right now. Look at that baby humming. Yeah, so we've got it running right now. It's going. If we had this plugged into a monitor, we'd be seeing the BIOS running. Like I said, we've got some stuff to go load onto this SSD. And then next thing, we're gonna be gaming. Yeah! What's up? We made it. We are back and we are inside the new PC build. I'm so excited about how this has turned out. As you can see, all the animations are running smoothly in the background. It's really, really, really crisp. But we're not just here to look at the animations. We're here to actually look at how it has affected the actual graphics of the video game. So let's head on over there and take a look at it. So we are in here. Before we display the graphics, I wanted to show you guys that we are running on the Ultra Epic. Oh, we can turn it all the way up. Let's turn it all the way up. I thought the Epic was all that it got. I'm so excited about this. And without further ado, let's see what the graphics look like. Boom. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at that. The textures are back on his lapel. It doesn't look like some weird net thing. It actually looks like fur. We've got great light reflection coming off of his hat. I mean, it looks so good. You run around here. You got a dead shark. He's all nice and shiny. Hey, you got a dead shark over here, guys. So yeah, it's looking really, really good. So again, this game that we are playing is called The Sinking City. It's going to be one of the first games that we stream on twitch.tv/Eureka Fresh. So be sure you head on over there, drop a follow. Also, if you want to show some support, you can subscribe to the channel. And if you're a subscriber, we also allow for donations. So if you want to throw in some donations, oh my God, I would love that. But yeah, come hang out over at twitch.tv/Eureka Fresh. We're going to be doing all sorts of fun streams. And I've played a little bit of this game, and what I've played of it so far is so rad. I'm really excited to see what all happens in the story. So yeah, let's hop on over to this other screen really quick. And boom. So again, this has been the culmination of everything that we have worked on and put together, and this is the outcome, basically. So hopefully you've gotten a little bit more insight onto what goes into building your own PC. If you head on over to facebook.com/Eureka Fresh, you can follow that page as well. Share any photos that you have of your PC, because I would love to hear from any of you guys. So yeah, be sure to head on over facebook.com/Eureka Fresh, twitch.tv/Eureka Fresh. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram at Eureka Fresh. Thank you guys again so much, and we will see you on the Flip Flaugh. Peace.